Whew. All right, this is going to be a controversial video on why I quit being frugal. And honestly, I think depending on who you ask, is Kelly frugal? The answer is going to be different depending on who you ask. If you ask my husband, is Kelly frugal? He would be like 1,000% yes. Kelly is very frugal. If you ask my OG audience of YouTube, they will be like, no, Kelly's not frugal anymore. Not at all. Kelly spends $5 on something and Kelly went to Starbucks last week. No, Kelly's not frugal anymore. So it really depends on who you ask if I'm frugal or not. And I've really noticed a change in my mindset over the years, a change in our lifestyle over the years. And I want to talk about it. I want to be raw with you guys. I want to be real with you and share with you kind of how our life has changed, how my life has changed, how my mentality has changed, and how my content has kind of shifted. Now, I'm not saying that I'm never going to make any frugal living video ever again. I'm not saying that at all because I think that you guys still really enjoy them and I want to make content that you guys enjoy. And I also have the mindset similar to Ramey Sethi. And he has a quote. I'm going to read it because I want to get it right. He says, spend extravagantly on things you love and cut costs mercilessly on the things that you don't. And this is a really big mindset that I have. Honestly, I am really big on cutting costs on things that don't matter to me. Like, for instance, I will go to Goodwill and buy my workout shirts at Goodwill for $5.99 versus going to like Lululemon and, spending all this money on workout clothes. But then at the other side of it, I like having good quality clothes in other aspects of my life. So I personally don't think it's really worth it for me to really invest in good quality workout clothes. To me, I'm like, I'm wearing for like an hour. It is what it is. It's fine. But I like to invest in higher quality running shoes or sneakers or different things like that, or jeans, different things. So for me, I'm going to cut costs where it doesn't really matter to me so that I can spend higher on the things that it does. And so I think that is a really healthy balance for me of really navigating and still having a little bit of that frugality, but transitioning over and really living and enjoying my life now that we have sacrificed. And that's another point that I want to make. I am really big on cutting costs and saving for a short amount of time, having that sacrifice. And that's what I did when I paid off my debt. When I paid off my debt, when I was cash flowing our wedding and even saving for the house a little bit, I was super frugal, super penny pinching, cutting every single penny and doing that for a short amount of time, just a couple years. And when you think about those couple years, they suck, they are hard, they're miserable sometimes, and it's really, really hard. But when you look at your lifetime, it's only a short little time. And now we're able to live this really great lifestyle because we did set ourselves up financially for success for the long haul. So if you sacrifice a little bit for a short time, get out of debt, start learning how to manage your money, learning your money triggers, all of that, so that way you can set yourself up for success in the long haul. This is honestly why I've become so passionate about helping other people, about helping you guys increase your income and start online businesses. Especially during quarantine, I received so many DMs, so many comments of saying, Kelly, I've cut everything. I went through my budget and I cut all of this cost, all of this. We got a pay cut, we got a job loss, all of that. I don't know what to do. And that's hard. And at that point, you have to increase your income. There's some times where it comes, you can only cut so much out of your budget that the only other thing to do is to increase your income. And sometimes if you're at a day job, you can't work overtime. They don't offer it, or you're capped out, or they're in a promotion freeze, or whatever it is. And that is out of your control. But what's not out of your control is what you do on the side. And an online business is something that is really great that you can create on the side. Say you're a teacher, say you're an office worker, most tasks that you would do as an office worker or a teacher, different things like that, can translate to a virtual assistant. And you can be a virtual assistant, work a couple hours a day or 10 hours a week and earn $1,000 a month right there by just working 10 hours a week, which is crazy. So having those other skills that you can do and having those online businesses, whether you want to be a virtual assistant, a freelancer, start a YouTube channel, start a blog, a podcast, create courses, create digital downloads, all of that, that's ways that you can increase your income. And because of that, I created a course called Dreaming of Profitable that I'll have linked for you down below in the description. But this walks you through coming up your concept of what you want to do for an online business and then how to launch it, all the behind the scenes, the legal aspects, the selling part of it, so you're not sounding scammy, the goal setting, the mindset, the income streams, all of that is in the course, which I absolutely love. So shifting that mindset from pinching every penny, can't cut anything else, to increasing your income, coming up with new revenue streams has really been a game changer for getting out of that scarcity mindset and that pinching every penny mindset that we've had, that I've had, that my family has had. This has really been a huge mindset shift for me, in all transparency. I used to think about like ways that I can save $5 and how can I cut this little cost and how can I do that? And it was exhausting. And now I spend my time thinking, how can I grow? How can I improve my mindset? How can I improve my life? What can I do to enjoy this period of my life more? What can I do to invest in friendships more, invest in relationships more? What can I do to grow as a person? And investing in education has been huge for that as well. And not being stingy on how much money we spend. And I don't mean education as like university, college, the traditional education, but I mean education in courses that I bought. I've probably spent over $10,000 in online digital courses and conferences and books and different things that I've done to invest in myself and always be learning and having that mindset of let's grow, let's change, let's improve our life. So having that mindset shift from that scarcity mindset that I'm always going to be poor to I can live an amazing life and I can give Peyton, my daughter, and my future children a life that I never had. I grew up qualifying for free lunches. I grew up very, very, I wouldn't say poor because I think that poor is another level, but it was tough. Times were tough growing up. And then in my early 20s, I went through a lot of financial hardship as well, of having my car repossessed and student loans in default and power turned off multiple times. And it was really rough. So overcoming that, it's hard. And I'll be honest, it's hard sometimes to not fall back into that mindset. It's easy to let my brain go back there. And this is something that Jamie and I struggle with sometimes, even today. For instance, we get a gift card. Say we get a gift card to go out to eat to a restaurant. My mindset is, let's get a free meal out of this, right? We don't have to pay for dinner. We have this gift card. Let's get a free meal. Jamie's mindset is, we have this gift card. Let's go above and beyond. Let's get some appetizers. Let's get some drinks. Let's get some dessert. Let's get a steak dinner or something fancy, a surf and turf rather than chicken, and getting the cheapest thing on the menu. And so we end up usually spending more than we would have even without the gift card, which to me, I'm like, we spend so much money on this, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, Kelly, enjoy it. Enjoy your life. Enjoy it. And I'm just like, that could have been a free meal. And so I still fall back into that mindset. And I have to remind myself of, okay, we're not living for that. Another fight that Jamie and I used to have, we're just giving up all the dirty laundry right now. But another fight that we used to have is I would want to save all this money for retirement, put all this money into investments and save all this money for retirement. And he's like, I want a healthy retirement. I want to have fun in retirement and all of that. But he's like, I don't want to put all of our extra money in retirement and have a great, amazing retirement, but not live our life now. That was hard for me. That was hard. That was a hard mindset shift for me to get into. And I've really had to shift from that. And now I can, we dropped $10,000 on a Alaskan cruise vacation. And that was tough for me, but I'm so glad we did it. And there's a link to a video of a cost breakdown of it. But having that mindset shift of pinning every penny to, going on amazing vacations and enjoying life and really doing it, but doing it within our means and doing it without going into debt and doing it and, living our life and really, really enjoying it. Another way that I have shifted away from frugal living is really taking into consideration time versus money. And time is money. And there's times where we have to value our time and what that time costs. Now, traditionally we think, okay, let's say we make $25 an hour. This item costs us $50. That's 2 hours of our life that we would have to spend working to pay for this. So that's one thought process. And then another thought process is, okay, I personally, Frugal Kelly, am willing to drive 15 minutes to drive to Aldi to get groceries versus driving 3 minutes to go to Publix. But in that 15-minute drive, I can save 30% on my groceries. That's worth it to me. I would rather drive 15 minutes each way out of my way versus 6 minutes round trip to go to the grocery store, but save 30%. To me, that is totally worth it. But on the other hand, Facebook Marketplace. Say there's an item that I want to buy in Facebook Marketplace and it's 45 minutes each way. That's honestly not worth my time. It's not worth my time. I could be using that time to work in my business. I could be using that time to spend time with Peyton and playing and teaching her and different things like that. I could be spending that time with Jamie. I could be spending that time with friends. So that 45 minutes each way is not worth it to me versus what? The 40-50% that I'm going to save by buying it on Facebook Marketplace. I would rather just buy it on Amazon or another store. I'm honestly now a lot more protective of my time, and time is money for me. Time is huge. Now, I want to paint this picture for you, and if you are still in that mindset of the frugal living and, pinching every penny, and you feel just trapped, you feel this weight on your shoulders that you're never going to get out of it, I really want to challenge you to increase your income, take Dream It or Profitable, do things like that to really help to get you out of that mindset. And also think about when stress comes of having it be like, well, that sucks. Or when a big expense comes. Say Jamie and I get hit with a $3,000 car repair right now. Before, that would devastate me. That would wipe out. I would be in credit card debt. It would be bad. At that point, I don't even know if I would qualify for credit cards. My credit was so low, and it would just be bad. Like $3,000, 6, 7, 8 years, not 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago would ruin me. $3,000 now would be like, well, that really sucks. All right. No, I guess just pay it. Like, the shift that's happened over these years is crazy. It turns into just an inconvenience. It turns into like, that sucks, but it is what it is. It's not going to ruin my day. It's not going to ruin my month, my year, or anything like that. And so coming back to the sacrificing for a little bit so that you can live this abundant life for the rest of your life is so worth it. So worth it. So if you are on the scale of still pinching every penny and still living paycheck to paycheck, work hard to get out of that. If you've transitioned into you're able to live a great life, you're able to afford things, I challenge you to kind of break free of that mindset that it's holding you back. And I really have noticed a big difference of when I'm always in that scarcity mindset, it stays in that scarcity mindset. When I have the mindset of, okay, how can I grow? How can I get better? How can I get, grow my brand, grow my business, grow this? Like your brain starts thinking of that. So if it is in the positive, it's going to be thinking of those positive things. Not to get too woo-woo, but I really noticed that has happened to me of when I'm dwelling on the negative, when I'm dwelling on this, it just gets me so down. And then when I am being like, all right, how can we grow? How can we improve? What can we do? How can we bless others? What can we invest in? It's amazing, the mindset shift. So I challenge you. Let's do it. Let's put in the hard work and let's change our mindset. Let's keep the conversation going. If you want to know 5 ways to make money from home, 5 side hustle ideas, check out this video here. And if you want to know the tea on why I stopped following Dave Ramsey, yeah, it's a juicy one. Check out this video here.